Okay, this is Aziz from Aziz Security, and we have one more moment of real talk in Camden. Today's real talk in Camden will consist of the part two of the revamping of Crown Fry down in Camden at Camden Market. The Crown Fry that we're at is at Broadway and Mickle Street. Okay, so this real talk segment is going to be about the revamping of the Crown Fry, making it safe for people to come in and eat, and people to come in and enjoy themselves in Camden City. When we come into the Crown Fry, we'll see that we have a bookstore that is already revamped for people to come in and enjoy themselves and partake in some of the oils and the things that they have for everyone to enjoy. In that aspect, we try to make it so that people can come in and get a slice of pizza or something and enjoy themselves as well as anything else. We want it to be a place where you don't have people countering around to sell drugs or to lauder. If you notice on the sign up there, it says 20 minutes an eating limit. It's something that you have to do in order to have an establishment that people can come in and sit and eat and enjoy themselves without some of the rhetoric that goes on in Camden City as what Camden is known for. At this point, we see that we have people that are buying and shopping and getting their pizza without somebody around them saying a Lucy, Percocet, Xanax, and all this other stuff that the drugs that they sell. Okay? So people are actually really, literally eating. And it's a good thing because that's what it's designed to do. Camden City is not going to be known for a place where people just come to hang out and hide out, because of what they want to do. It's a front that it's not going to be known for that as well, So just the respect of everybody, coming to the city is a great thing. So we're looking and we're seeing the people coming and buying the food and shopping and things like that. That's what we want. We don't want people laundering and things like that around. We don't want people coming in here looking just for drugs. Okay, we want people to come in here and eat and move along with their life. Ain't that right, brother? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We want people to come in, sit down, eat, and enjoy themselves. It's a comfortable environment, right? Good. And this is what we're talking about in real. Hey, how you doing? We want people to come in and eat and enjoy themselves. Now, some of the real talk in Camden is based on, brother, you can't stand there. Okay, we need to just keep moving, bro. One of the main things in Camden that we want to try to make sure that we understand is that we can turn our city around. It's up to us. I mean, we don't need nobody to police our areas and do anything for us. We just need people to just understand that we can do it for ourselves. Bro, you can't stand there, bro. You can't stand there? Thank you. So once we understand that we can police our own areas and do things for our city, we can get back what was lost to drugs and everything else. This is what Crown Fry looks like now with the way that it used to be. I don't know. We do a lot of things, but we need to understand that in order for us to get back our city, we got to get back the attitude of wanting to have something. We got to get back the attitude of teaching and training people for certain skills. We don't have any skills for people to learn with. The only thing that they have now is a Section 8 house for somebody to be in, and they give them a Section 8 house because if they can give them a house that they can only pay $35 a month with, then the mother will never work. and she'll never buy a house, and she'll never go to school. I mean, why go to school? Why buy a house when you're paying rent at $35 an hour, $35 a month? You know, so all these things are to be looked at as far as the Camden City goes. So those are some of the traps that they place. They give you a nice home out in, you know, a lot of parts of the area of the city, and then they make sure that you pay little rent, but they don't tell you that psychologically you'll never work. I mean, why work when you're paying $35 a month or $100 a month or something like that? I mean, and then what's the use of going to school or telling your kids to go to school? First thing they get your kids to act up. When your kids are acting up, they send them to school and they send them down to a guidance counselor, which sends them to a psychologist, which diagnoses them with HDAD. And then next thing you know, they say, well, look, you can get a check. We can give you an SSI check for this boy. Understand what I'm saying? We can get him some Ritalin, and we can get you $700 some a month. And the average mother usually jumps on the aspect of it instead of trying to raise her child. We don't have any programs that can teach the mothers how to raise their children, teach the mothers in stricken areas of parenting, how to be parents in a healthy relationship between their kids, or anything like that. We don't have any of those programs, but yet and still we can build a $6 million hospital. I mean, $60 million hospital, you know, adjacent to one of the poorest parts of Camden that they say that it is. They say it's so poor, but while we building a $60 million hospital for cancer, and we building another $60 million hospital for something else. But we say we're in the poorest city in the country. You fire all the police that you have and the firemen that you have, and then you expect it not to be running them up. Then the colleges is building what they need to build, and nobody's really caring about the youth of the city. Nobody's really caring about Camden City as a whole. Okay, so that's one thing we're gonna have to do, is try to get people to start caring a little bit more about where they live and what they do. Because a lot of times people are more so to get in trouble behind following the crowd as opposed to wanting to be anything. You ask the average kid what he wants to be in life, and he says, I don't know. So, you know, somebody has to take the lead, because we are dropping the ball. So this real talk is based on a couple more real talks that I've had, you know, and we're gonna make sure that real talk. All right, brother, how you doing? Hey, man, how you doing? You know, so that, you know, we in Camden, and the streets are looking like this. We got Camden's police department standing out in front of the streets, making sure it's safe. So they say about Camden police ain't, you know, this and that and the third, but you got to give the brothers a chance. The police is our community. That's the people we know. We don't know all these cats they're getting ready to bring in here with all these whatever they're going to do. We know officers that we grew up with, our families grew up with, and that's what helps help police our community. And the whole point of it is, you know, we got to start caring about our community. We need somebody in office, and I'm not going to get on the political aspect, because, you know, you can tell when people care about your neighborhood. We can tell when people care about the city. We can tell, you know, people get grants for, let's help the children do this, let's help the children do that. And then as soon as they get the money, the kids is SOL, because ain't nobody really care. And that's where they're at. Being as though they know nobody really cares, that's why they do what they do. Because you talk a lot, but you don't put it up. You know, that's why the girls would rather have a guy with his pants hanging down, and because, you know, it's better to have him than to have nothing. You know, but she don't have in her mind that the reason why she accepts him is because that's how she feels about herself. So she's gonna accept somebody in the how she feels about herself. As long as she got somebody, kick me, scratch me, beat me, just don't leave me. So we have to re-educate our girls. We have to re-educate our guys. You understand what I'm saying? To be strong young men, because we're stronger than what we think we are and what we give ourselves credit for. A lot of times we just don't understand that. If we give ourselves the opportunity to become something, you know what I mean? So the thing of it is that we need to understand that, you know. Our forefathers came over on slave ships, man, and they survived that boat ride. They survived slavery. They survived civil rights. They survived Jim Crow, and they're still surviving. And we're survivors of them. So we not look at ourselves as we're weak. How you doing, brother? Weak people. We're stronger than we give ourselves credit for. We just need to pull together and remember where we came from. In order to do that, we have to understand that we are somebody, and we don't have to be like somebody else to be someone. We can have our own businesses and our own jobs if we care about each other enough. So this is another segment of Real Talk. I'll talk to y'all later about, you know, some other things in Camden Real Talk. This is Aziz signing out once again. Peace.